All right, the fan poll just shut down.
Yes.
The results being compiled in the control room right now. What do you guys think is going to be the fan vote? Because it's pretty clear there were two guys on top of the pillar. You had Chance at 40%. You had Fox, I think, at 36 last time we checked in.
I don't think anyone else really is in the running.
Oh, there's nobody in the running.
Maze had a pretty, I think it was like 10%.
10% early, and then he dropped to 9.
It was like 9 or 6 towards the end.
Schwann's gained a little bit more after showing his, but really only 5%.
Okay.
It was pretty interesting to see the result, and it's awesome to see that our fans really wanted to go with the two guys that were bringing the game knowledge. They wanted the analysts, the guys who knew the game in and out. So either way, I think we're going to be pretty happy with the result. I know you guys were pretty high on all of our last 4 contestants going into this one.
I mean, I think either Fox or Chance wins that. I think probably looking at it towards the end, it looked like Chance was in the lead, which I'm kind of shocked. I thought Fox would definitely win the fan poll.
I really thought that too. I don't know why.
Chance is just a bro, man.
Chance is a bro.
If he had the blue wall, he wins like completely.
He had the blue shirt though. He had the blue headset. He was prepared for today.
I guess we should probably talk a little bit about our kind of thoughts, because obviously you guys send one person through to the finals, which we should mention again if you're just tuning in. Live finals now.
Live
You're
finals.
actually flying out 4 finalists to the North American regionals, where they're going to have a chance to cast alongside ourselves there for the first time. I think that's really good, because then we can really see how these guys are going to do under a little bit of pressure. You know, there's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a big stream. A lot of people watching. Paul, sports producer, he's going to be on these guys like anything. But I mean, I'm really excited about that chance. That's a good opportunity for these guys as well.
Yeah, North American Regional Finals are going to be no joke, because
a big deal.
It's honestly going to be the ultimate test. Can you do the same thing at the World Championship? Because you're going to see a lot of teams that you're really familiar with, but then you're also going to see teams you've never heard of, players that you've never been able to watch before. So 32 teams coming in, 24 American. You got 2 teams from Mexico coming through, as well as the Canadian squad. So a lot of people to study up for and get ready. And honestly, I'm not going to be easy on any of our finalists.
As soon as you get to the final, that's where, I mean, people think we're being hard right now. Oh, no.
Right.
No.
And then, of course, after next weekend's North American Regional Finals, we're going to come back. The final decision show will be Wednesday, where we will announce one caster who will get all expenses paid trip to Los Angeles to cast at the World Championship.
It's an awesome prize.
Just think about that.
You get to go to regionals and then champs. That's awesome.
Yeah, we spoiled them
Yeah.
here in season 1. Well, I just got word from our producer. The fan vote has been compiled, and here is who went through. It's Fox the Don.
He steals it. Wow. I would be curious.
The final 60-second push, says the producer.
Ron, if you have the like kind of percentages again of when you closed it, if you have that, that'd be great to see. I'd love to see how he stole that, because I know he was pretty close towards it. Oh, he says 30 to 39?
39 to 38. Fox the Don passed him by 1.
Wow.
Wow. So Fox is going to lock in our first spot. And honestly, after watching the submission videos and the submission shows, this was kind of...
Did you hear what he just said?
What's that?
Fox just won by 5 votes.
Wow.
That's silly. The cast-off was trending worldwide, by the way.
I appreciate that.
That's crazy.
5 votes.
And he was down last time we checked in. So that is a late last-minute push. So I guess that brings us to the other 7 casters. First off, let's start at the bottom with the elimination. I think Schwantz and JoJo were near the bottom of my list.
Yeah.
Next, I had Paradox in kind of that 5th spot.
See, I kind of want to give...
What you about to say?
I would be interested to see Paradox cast again with somebody else. I know that isn't possible right now.
I was going to say, that's a good future cast-off episode.
Yeah.
The cast-off behind the scenes. Where they went after. But I feel you can't really give people the benefit of the doubt. You have to base off today, right? Is that that's what we're doing? So, I mean, ultimately, I think you lose...
I think Paradox JoJo.
Schwantz is gone.
Schwantz.
Paradox JoJo. I think it's pretty tough to argue for those guys to go through.
I then think I take out Rogers. Rogers came in at number 4 for me.
Okay.
Lacked a lot of that game knowledge.
So basically, we have Chance, Iron FPS, and Maze's round left.
Yes.
For me, Iron FPS is a no.
Why?
You misspoke too many times. For my liking, he didn't know what hardwired was.
You gotta know the perks, man.
Dude, come on. You need at least basic game knowledge to cast the game.
I'd say...
that was one of the easier questions as well. That wasn't even like, oh, he didn't know who slipped up on main stage 2014 COD Champ. That was a spoon-fed question.
No one else missed any of the initial questions, by the way.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a douche, but...
Champs, you're going to get so many casual viewers tuning in.
Right.
You got to know everything.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't know...
You don't
hardwire,
know everything, but you just need
you have to know everything, but you need to know
the perks.
The perks. It's like a basic, like you need to know them. Like I would say the basics is the game modes, the perks, and the map. So you have to know those. Like if you know those, you can pretty much get by, but you have to know those.
Yeah. So the bare minimum was not met there, in your opinion. When it came to voice alone, I had Aaron in the top 3. I thought Maze, I said Maze, Fox, and Aaron were kind of in the top 3 of delivery and just kind of being able to tell the story to me. But where I think Maze had the upper hand over Aaron was that game knowledge. He was a little bit more fluid when calling the plays and transitioning, not just doing the play-by-play. Also, he was more excited when they hit those scores and upload. Yeah. He really drove home the point that the scoreboard changed. Look at it. Now we're going to reset and go at the action again rather than just one constant stream of play-by-play.
To clarify, are all 3 of us on the same page here that is between Chance and Maze?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Yo, this never happens.
All right.
Okay,
so, argument for Maze. I'll start that one because I know you guys both love the analyst.
I'm
Maze went first, going into the fire.
Okay.
Charging through.
Sprinting on through.
All right. So was able to kind of carry a struggling caster in Schwantz, keeping the show going on.
Actually, that's a really good point. That he did really well. When you listen to that clip again, he did a really good job of keeping you entertained. Because in my mind, Schwantz just didn't cut it.
Yeah.
So Maze was doing a really solid job. Like if stuff goes down and I need you to just carry the show, he can. He was well-rounded in both the submission and the live casting today. There was no change in the casting pattern at all, so I just know that he's going to be able to perform in a live environment, and obviously we know a little bit more on his background. He does have that experience as a caster. Then with Chance, I really liked everything he was saying. I didn't love the way he was saying it. The delivery at times was weak, but he also had a few strong calls, much stronger than what I heard in his submission video, because I think I was closest to putting an X on him during the submission period.
Really?
Yeah.
I think during the games, I think, you hit around the head with Maze. He's consistent. You know what you're going to get. You're not going to have to worry about that at all. Doesn't know much on the analysis side, but, going over to Chance, I think that's maybe his second time, maybe that's his first time ever casting live. That's a pretty good performance for a first-time caster. He knew the analysis, was able to break it down pretty easy so people at home understood. Thought it was really strong.
He didn't say anything wrong. Was the key thing. You look at a lot of people that we saw today, someone kind of said something which was like, well, like he's playing for yards on the drone when it's been reset, for example. That's something that just stuck out in my mind. He didn't really... He also had a really strong partner, though, who is in charge of the play-by-play, allowing him to take that time and think. That is true.
So
that is very true.
Let me throw out this hypothetical situation. We get to the North American Regional Finals. You send Chance through. You have Fox the Don already there on the fan vote. Can you put them in the same booth?
Let me ask you this. Let's say Revan was casting. Did you see Revan and Mr. X casting together?
Yeah.
We did it for the Pro League, and people loved it.
Yeah. Revan always took over the play-by-play when I wasn't there.
Do you think Fox has that same ability? Could his play-by-play be that strong? Because I think when you weigh up the two, Chance and Fox, Fox has to be the play-by-play guy. In that scenario, he has to be. So is his play-by-play is it strong enough to be able to carry
I don't think Fox is on the fence here. I think
it's
Chance.
I mean, Fox is already through.
Can Chance learn to become balanced enough to do the play-by-play? That's my big knock on him, and that's why I vote Maze going through to the next. But it's a three-man show.
Right. If I had to vote somebody...
Hold on, whoa. I know what you're going to do. What? You're going to say your opinion, then I'm going to be the guy that's left in the middle and has to choose.
Rock, paper, scissors. Rock,
paper, scissors. I voted off Mud Dog. I'll vote anybody off.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors.
What are you laughing at?
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
I did. I'm sorry.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, go. Yeah, come on.
Wow.
All right,
tying.
Rock, paper, scissors, go.
Is it best at 3?
Nope.
Okay, but I feel kind of hard.
We're keeping the show going on.
Right.
Okay.
Break it down, Matt. Just kidding. Ben, you
Ben.
won. You won the toss, Ben. All right.
I look at the 2. Maze definitely impressed me. As you pointed out, he carried the cast, which is impressive to do. But there's something about Chance. I feel like if I was casting with Chance, it would be great. It'd be like when me and you cast, right? It'd be a similar kind of thing. His game knowledge was there. It's impressed me as well because he kind of brought up a little bit, I'm not sure if you guys caught it, that he hasn't really followed the scene that long, but his answers to the questions were still kind of like right. He knew stuff, which was impressive.
He put in work.
He had the most correct answers, I believe. Is that right? I think he did.
Yeah, he got the most opportunities to steal. Hardwired was...
I mean...
He did know the system hack.
That's a layup.
He knew the system hack,
He knew the
though.
system hack.
Yeah.
You almost screwed it for him.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Chance, that's my vote. I'm really impressed by what I saw. I love his style. He hasn't been doing it long. And that's what this show should be about. It should be about trying to find that new talent, and I think that's what Chance is. Sorry, Matt, threw you under the bus completely.
Well,
good luck, have fun.
Oh, not. Maze was super consistent. He did carry that cast. Schwann's really, I think, kind of dropped the ball there a bit.
Looking back, real quick,
Do you want to watch the video?
where did Maze make a mistake? Going through your notes. What did you mark him up for?
They really go back, and he really didn't mess up much of anything, to be honest. He was pretty consistent. Sometimes his voice can get kind of like how you said with Aaron. You can kind of just like get lost and just but really he didn't make many mistakes. But I don't think you can say Chance made really any mistakes as well.
I think he was the only one who really didn't make a mistake, which you kind of listened to and you were like, yo, what?
Yeah.
I mean, then you look at it and it's can Maze do analysis? Probably not. I mean, Chance right now can't do play-by-play.
Oh, I bet Maze can do analysis.
But you can't hypothesize about that. Forget everything you know. This is someone. How do we know Chance can't do play-by-play? We don't know.
Because you heard his voice and his delivery. With that said, go ahead, play Chance's video again. Just listen.
All right,
Honestly, Chance is really freaking good. Maze is really well-rounded. So this is my internal struggle was if I'm going to put you on that global stage, you need to be able to work with every single person there. Right? So if you put Mr. X and Chance in the booth together, does that cast happen? I think Matt would take over the play-by-play.
But I mean,
if Matt's not there,
that's like that.
It's like it's like me and Maven though.
Right.
Me and Maven are both
good
kind of.
It's all complimentary. Anyway,
do we have that video, Ron? If you could, it'd be pretty good to throw up. Yeah, just throw up that 60-second clip, Ron, whenever you can. Obviously, Matt, once again, the player under the bus.
One mistake you see the Seminole squad making, they are able to get some pretty good map control at times, but then when they pick up the satellite, the person with the satellite is the one that's pushing in first. He doesn't have any blockers, there's hardly any support, so he gets killed and then their entire push is over, so they waste all of their good chances.
Exactly, so one more time, we're going to see Jaleb, jumps up, isn't able to dash in for that one, and right now we're going to see CJ, he gets 2 kills and is able to jump it in for another 2-point play. So this being one of the, I think, for a player, you'd have to say that this is one of the most favored sides just because you have to dash out of school and you can basically dash right into a 2-point play or even just throw it through the window and you'll be able to at least get a few points. So once again, we're going to see Sleazy is your satellite carrier. It's going to go down, trying to throw it from some yardage as well. And I mean, it's one-sided here. Mr. X's team going completely off.
Yeah, I really think we should highlight Freaky because he's just been posting up on top of this middle Atlas for at least 2 minutes now. He's sitting at 12-3, doing a great job of slaying, holding down the power positions, and he's just tearing it up. And now he's even taking the ball, and it looks like he's going to go for, instead of pushing through school, it looks like he's going to try to push into the other team and go for a throw. But it looks like his teammates are able to get the distraction, and he is not going to get the 2-point play.
All right, so you heard his play-by-play there.
Little scrappy.
Little scrub up at the front, but no, he
recovered nicely because it looked for a minute there like he was going to go on a bit of a tangent.
I'm happy with either one, and honestly, I gave Maze a lot of bonus points for going first and for his partner, so it's really hard to judge those side-by-side for me. Right. I'm happy with either one coming through, and honestly, I'm not mad to have more analytical casters in the scene.
I honestly think we should listen to Maze one more time.
Okay.
Just so you have equal. I want to be fair. Don't want to be unfair to anyone. So, Ron, whenever you have that video, feel free to just kind of throw that one up. But as Puckett said, casting with Shrants, first of the day. Not easy. It's going to be a little bit tough. Let's listen to it one more time.
Back through yellow now. He's got a player behind him. He's going to get taken down. 2 will go down, make that 3. As now it is Stunner that has got to respond after they come back from respawn. Twiz, though, is going to be able to score it for the 2-point play. And now they are 3 points away here, Schwartz, from ending this with a score limit as opposed to in regulation. And that is something that Stunner has really got to be careful about.
All right, I'm on board with Twiz right here as he's in back glass, trying to take control over the spawns. Sees his teammate pick up the satellite. Unfortunately, he can't grab the kill. We're going to hop on board with the satellite runner right here as he's going to go for the 1-point play. Again, he misses! Oh my goodness! Do you even lift, baby? Finally, he gets in the slam with the 2-point conversion there. Thank goodness, because he missed 2 wide open shots, Maze.
Well, right now, it is about Orbit, and they get that final point there, and they are going to force Stunner to try to get a comeback victory with just 4 minutes and 52 seconds there. But that was a fantastic route run by Twiz, and you'll see it there on the final kill cam, or on the final cam, I should say, because there was no kill there. But as it is right now, they have 4 minutes and 2 seconds, excuse me, not 4:52.
I'm going to ask you guys something real quick. What map is easier to cast, Comeback or Detroit?
Depends on the action. Honestly, it all depends on the players. And that first cast was with 8 pros, right? Second cast was a little bit chaotic with one guy dominating. Shout out to you, CJ.
Man,
clearing the way for Team Mr. X over Team Benson.
What's harder to cast? The game where it's pros, they're playing kind of almost a structured type of game?
Because there's no fluid movement normally with that satellite. You see more kills, constant action going down.
I think it's harder to cast pros
than the 8 random people?
8 random people?
Yeah, if you have a dominant game like we saw on Detroit, right, where you only have to focus on one guy, CJ, and then Freaky or whoever it was who kept putting in those satellite caps, I think that's easier. Like, I would much rather, and if I'm driving that, I only have to focus on 2 screens. It's the kills into the scores, kills into the scores.
I disagree. I think it's a lot easier to cast pros because they have that set structure that you kind of set to. You know exactly what teams are going to be doing off the break. You know who's going to be pushing, who's going to control satellite. You know there's going to be big 5 of green. Over, like, random 8s, no offense, but a lot of people don't really know how to play the game.
Like, I can tell you right off, I can tell you pretty much in Comeback uplink game with 8 pros where everybody's going to be and what's going to happen.
Right.
And Maze has cast those types of games before. It's almost like casting like the submission video again. You know? I think for a chance to cast for a second time in a lobby full of 8 people, just kind of random people.
Especially doing analytical stuff, too.
You can argue either way.
Yeah,
like,
you can.
If you're watching both videos, though, like,
Right.
which game was easier to follow the action tonight?
I would honestly say the comeback.
I think the uplink one.
Comeback.
They were both up.
Comeback one. That's what I meant.
Honestly,
all right, Maeve.
Honestly, after listening to both of them,
BioLink.
and I think the fans also probably didn't remember Maze as well. Going back and listening to it, Maze really struggled at halftime. That final kill cam, which was the round ending
kill
cam, it was that round score cam. It actually says at the top. That threw him off, and it threw him through a loop. Chance never really made any of those mistakes. If I could turn my vote over, I would go.
No,
Chance.
you can't.
You can't do that.
I mean, I think I'm going to vote Chance just because I want to see him.
Thank you.
I want to see him at the regionals. I want to see him cast live. I think him and Fox wouldn't be bad together. I think that could work.
I don't think they would be the best.
And I know those two.
Be a duo,
both those guys are going to put in the work.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it.
They'll put in the work, but I'd love to see maybe someone more play-by-play come from day 2. I think you add that with maybe either Fox or Chance, then that'd be pretty awesome. But obviously, congratulations to both Fox the Don and Chance. Both of you will be flown up to the North American Regional Finals in just over a week's time.
Dudes, you're going to Columbus.
Dude, it's pretty, I mean,
you're going to Ohio.
Pack up, like, make sure you have a coat, maybe a scarf, some gloves. It's going to be pretty chilly. So
Toothbrush, toothpaste, all the essentials.
Yep. No, big shout out to everyone who got this far. Thank you so much for submitting your video. Thank you for participating in the fan voting as well tonight, guys. But big shout outs, Fox the Don and Chance are going to be joining us in Columbus, Ohio. Look forward to catching them March 6th through the 8th right here on MLG.TV. We have another show, the final.
We do?
Well, the second semifinals is coming up tomorrow. 6 p.m. Eastern. We are going to find 2 more casters. We got fan favorites Rudy T Meaty in the mix, as well as Valen, the rap god. We're going to see Gizmo as well, who I thought had a lot of potential, the meteorologist from Florida. So lots of excitement coming up tomorrow, guys. Make sure you tune in for that. And, of course, we will be making our decision after the North American Regional Finals, March 11th. Catch that show right here on MLG.TV/ESR. Thank you for tuning in. And to find out if you won the MLG Scuff Pro Pack, follow at MLG. We'll be tweeting it out shortly.